Hello and welcome to Full Throttle, showcasing the very best of British motorsports from all over the UK. Today we're in the east of England here at the Snetterton Circuit in Norfolk. An exciting show featuring races from the Lancaster Insurance MG Owners Club Championship and also the big rigs, the British Truck Racing Championship. Lots of exciting racing coming up here today, to say the least. The Snetterton 300 circuit, one of the longest circuits in UK motorsport, and 7 races coming up in today's show. 2 races for the Lancaster Insurance MG Owners Club Championship featuring L models of MG, young and old, and no fewer than 5 races for the British Truck Racing Championship, their 2 divisions racing together. They line up as follows then. It's an all ZR front row, number 31 Fergus Campbell again, alongside number 77 Steve McDermott. Second row 66 Will Sharp, and the first of the MGFs, number 53 Mark Baker. Row 3 Stuart Plotnick, number 5 in an MGF, alongside number 24, which is Jack Woodcock, a newcomer to the championship this year in his ZR. Row 4 number 83 Phil Walker starts alongside Paul Wisby in his MGF, number 8. Then on we have number 46 Mark Grant, he's in a ZR alongside number 3 Adrian Olsen. He, like Fergus Campbell, used to race an MG Maestro in this championship back in the 90s. Then on row 6 we've got the first of the invitation class cars. 3 of those, you can see the pink symbol next to them. That's Max Cawthorne, number 129. The invitation class for cars that are not otherwise registered or within the regulations for the regular championship. He starts alongside number 14 David Amphlett, the leader of Class A. Row 7, number 29 Jonathan Upchurch and number 2 Jim Bainham. 8th row, number 30, Andy Robinson starts alongside 69 Peter Head. He's in an MGB Roadster. The 9th row, 28 Chris Pollard starts alongside number 18 of Ashley Barnes. Number 59, Ashley Barnes, I should say. He's in the only MG Midget in the race. At the back of the field, we have number 39, Alan Forster. And we should have at the back number 12, Nick Golhar, after he missed qualifying with his ZR. He should have been added to the back of the grid. We'll see if he's there when the cars line up. So we're underway then with our first race of the weekend, the Lancaster Insurance MG Owners Club Championship, and it is Fergus Campbell from pole position who will lead them down to riches for the first time, trying to go around the outside. Mark Baker in the blue and white MGF. See a nice little mixture of different MGs out there. Fergus Campbell leads up towards Wilson's hairpin for the first time. It's Will Sharp in second place and the 77 of Steve McDermott in third, then Mark Baker and Jack Woodcock together for fourth position. There's the Maestro at the back, that's Alan Forster, number 39. Peter Head in the blue, number 69 MG Roadster there. It's ZRs to the fore, as we usually see battling for the overall lead. Paul Wisby in the red MGF in there ahead of the white machine of Stuart Plotnick as they head through the infield loop into Agostini for the first time, named after Giacomo Agostini, one of the most successful motorcycle racers of all time. Jack Woodcock getting through there into third, and a spin there, that's Jim Bainham. Bainham has gone. There's a bit of debris flying off there. He had contact with somebody, rejoins over the grass on the inside, and Jim Bainham spinning down to the back of the field. So it's Fergus Campbell who leads the way from the Wayside Adhesive sponsored car of Will Sharp in second place. Steve McDermott is third, then Jack Woodcock ahead of the Class F leader Mark Baker. Then it is Paul Wisby, Stuart Plotnick and Phil Walker, and a bit of smoke there. Yes, somebody's blown up big style. Who is that? I think that might be Andy Robinson, number 30. One of the ZRs has blown his engine there coming through Williams Corner. There is Nick Golhar, number 12, going through, so he did start from the back of the grid. Towards the completion of lap number 1 then, we will see Fergus Campbell leading as they come through in the orange car, chased by Steve McDermott. Will Sharp is in third place, the 3 ZRs out in front. It's Jack Woodcock in fourth place, Mark Baker is fifth, then Paul Wisby, Stuart Plotnick, Phil Walker. So it's Fergus Campbell who still has the lead as they come through to complete the second lap, but Steve McDermott is closing on him, and they're side by side as they come along the centre straights. McDermott trying to go around the outside as they go into riches. He won't get through there. Campbell later on the brakes, waiting for your leaders to come through then to complete lap number 3. And have we had a change of lead? Indeed we have. Up at the far end of the circuit, Steve McDermott now has the lead over Fergus Campbell. Third it is Will Sharp. Then Jack Woodcock in 4th place, a little further back there, separated by nearly 7 seconds, but it's 3 for the lead. Steve McDermott, who won the first 6 races of the season, been beaten a couple of times by Will Sharp at Brands Hatch and Thruxton, was back to winning ways on the Silverstone National Circuit. So the only other winner this year, Fergus Campbell, who won the 2nd race at Thruxton in the wet. He's there in 2nd place. So these 3 have done all the overall winning between them so far this year in this championship. It is going to be a win for Steve McDermott. Win number 9 for this season from 12 races. So he's looking good for not only the Class Z championship but also the overall championship this year, Steve McDermott, the man from Buckingham. Fergus Campbell chasing in 2nd place. He's only competed in a couple of rounds this year, so he's not a factor in the championship, but a very quick driver. There's Adrian Olsen's Dayglow yellow car on the right, blew its engine in the opening laps. So I doubt we'll see him in race 2. The grid for race 2 set by the 2nd fastest time for each car in qualifying. Clock has counted down to 0, so it will be checkered flag this time. They swing their way through Corham for the last time. Into Murray's, it's going to be a win for Steve McDermott. Through Murray's they go for the last time, onto the Senna straights. Up towards the checkered flag. There's Alan Forster going through to start his final lap, and it is a win for Steve McDermott. 2nd place goes to Fergus Campbell, 3.5 seconds the winning margin. And 3rd place will go to Will Sharp, I think, although he was quite slow around his previous lap. We'll see if he makes it home here. He does make it home for 3rd place, Will Sharp, but quite a long way behind. Well, here's the provisional result then. Steve McDermott, the winner by 3.5 seconds at the line ahead of Fergus Campbell, and Will Sharp completing an all-ZR top 3. Mark Baker in 4th place, he wins Class F. Phil Walker in 5th, ahead of Stuart Plotneck and Paul Wisby, with Mark Grant taking 8th place. Max Cawthorne wins the invitation class in 9th, ahead of Jonathan Upchurch. Nick Golhar in the back of the grid taking 11th place. David Amflett wins Class A in 12th, ahead of Jim Bainham, Chris Pollard and Ashley Barnes in the MG Midget in 15th. Then behind them, 16th went to Alan Forster in the Maestro. Peter Head a couple of laps down in 17th. We lost Jack Woodcock, great shame as he was fighting for 4th. Andy Robinson and Adrian Olsen also hitting problems and retiring. Moving on to the first truck race, and Pointy is down in the pits with Adam Bint and pole sitter Martin Gibson.
So as you can hear by the noise in the background, we are down in the GT tent with none other than Martin Gibson. Martin, first of all, fantastic start to your weekend here at Snetterton, qualifying in pole position with a 2:24.7. Now, just before that last lap, you were looking like you were going to be 2nd, 3rd, but then you just pipped it on that last one. What did you find in that last lap of qualifying?
It was in the last corner. It's kind of an approach I can only do once. So I just saved it for the last lap, and it paid off.
So if it hadn't have paid off, do we think that might have been issues for the rest of the day?
I think I'd be in the pig farm at the back of Snetterton.
Well, handy for breakfast tomorrow at least. So going into the first race, obviously we've got a couple of hours garage time now. Is there anything you need to be looking at? Is there anything you've got planned for the afternoon? Obviously the weather seems to be doing quite well at the moment, or have I just cursed that for you?
I'm never bothered about the weather. Bring it on, whatever it wants to do, so that doesn't bother me. A few braking issues to sort out, but other than that, just keep the same game plan, trying to keep it clean.
Now, we noticed with the grid line up for the first race, we've got teammate Stuart Oliver directly behind you. Not to be shy of each other in race history up till now, are we going to have any tussling, or are we going to play like nice boys?
I don't know, it depends how much it's going to cost me to keep them away, so we'll see how it goes.
Back down now with the Division 2 pole position, Adam Bin. Adam, a fantastic result for you this morning qualifying at Snetterton. 2:31, is that right?
That's correct. Yeah.
Fantastic result. You weren't doing too great at Donington, a few technical issues. I think everybody's really been in the same boat this year. What have you had to get sorted out to be here this weekend?
Well, we've built a brand new chassis for this year, and we're trying to get the tyres working with this chassis, so it's all for the whole team as a learning curve every time we're on the track. And yeah, we've spent some proper good testing time yesterday, and we've managed to find a sweet spot in it today.
Oh, that's fantastic. So it is more with regards to setup than it is engine at the moment then?
Yeah, the engine's running fine. We're actually running on HVO fuel at the minute, which is a renewable type of fuel. It drives down CO2 by 90%, so it's good for the environment. And we're the only truck running on it here this weekend. Our tow truck runs on it from a company called Crown Oil, and we're trying to go to the net emissions on our racing.
Wow, I mean, that is a fantastic idea, because obviously, there are some people out there that obviously question the fuel uses with regards to all motorsport, not just truck racing, and how refreshing to find a team that's actually putting that into practice. Do you find it affects the performance any at all, or is it exactly the same usage?
It's exactly the same usage. If anything, it's better because you get less PM, less NOx gases out of it. So all round, it's not just the CO2, it's across the whole board. So with less PM, you get more oxygen, so you can get more fuel put in. So actually, you probably get a gain a little bit, if anything.
Oh, watch out, Pointy's about. Yep, good old Pointy, our man down in the paddock today. And there they are, led round by the man who topped qualifying, Martin Gibson, in his GT Tyres MAN. And what a magnificent sight they make indeed. Let's have a look at the grid then. Martin Gibson on pole in the number 11 MAN, alongside David Jenkins, number 69, the championship leader. Second row, number 18, John Newell, starts alongside 7, Stuart Oliver with his bonneted Volvo. Third row, number 81, Mark Taylor, and 33 of Steve Thomas, while Ryan Smith had several lap times deleted in qualifying for exceeding track limits. I think everybody lost a couple of lap times in qualifying, and Ryan Smith only starts 7th for race 1. That'll make things interesting. Then there's a gap, and we've got the Division 2 trucks, and it's Adam Bint with his Volvo running on eco-friendly HVO fuel here this weekend, as we heard in his interview earlier, who starts from the front of the Division 2 trucks alongside number 68 Craig Reed, the championship leader. Second row in Division 2, 46 Bradley Smith with his Iveco, and number 3 Stephen Powell. Then behind them, 41 Simon Cole in the Team Hard run Mercedes-Benz, alongside number 10 Craig Evans. Next up in Division 2, we will have the number 16 of Brad Smith. Yes, there are 2 Bradley Smiths out there. We call one Bradley and one Brad to avoid confusion. Brad Smith, number 16, is in a DAF, and he starts alongside number 32, which is Jock Borthwick, newcomer this season with his MAN, running in Division 2. And completing the lineup, number 99, veteran campaigner Paul McCumiskey, Paddy Mac as he's known, at the wheel of his Volvo. And completing the grid, number 6, John Powell. Hopefully we'll see him out there, because he didn't complete a flying lap in qualifying. Ready to go racing here on the Snetterton 300 circuit. The pace truck pulling into the pit lane. We wait for the red lights to go out, and we'll be underway for 15 minutes of racing from the British Truck Racing Association Championship. Here we go. The truck's up towards Rich's corner for the first time. It's a good start by Martin Gibson, a good start by Stuart Oliver, trying to get up the outside there. 7 of them together in Division 1. It's Jenkins in second. John Newell's got away well up into third place. Already Steve Thomas under fire from Ryan Smith at the back of Division 1. But it's Martin Gibson in the MAN who leads the similar machines of David Jenkins and John Newell into Wilson's corner. Mark Taylor on the outside. Ryan Smith's already made up a couple of places. And Division 2 coming through. How on earth has John Powell got through into the lead of Division 2 already? He started at the back of Division 2 in truck number 6, and he's at the front of them. How has he done that? Well, John Powell there started at the back of the grid after problems in qualifying, and he's into the lead of Division 2. I've no idea how he's done that. Ahead of the rest of the Division 2 pack there. Division 1 heads into Agostini. John Powell there has gained 8 places by the first corner. Second is Craig Reed. Third, Adam Bint in Division 2. But it's Martin Gibson who leads Division 1, chased by David Jenkins in the 69 MAN. Third is John Newell. Then we've got Stuart Oliver. Ryan Smith up into 5th position as they swing their way into Williams. Then it's down the Bentley Straights for the first time. Well, that was an extraordinary start there by John Powell in the number 6. He leads Reed, Bint, Powell, then Cole. Then it's Bradley Smith, Jock Borthwick, Craig Evans, and Brad Smith rounds out the field in Division 2. It's just come up on the timing screen. truck number 6, 10-second penalty, false start. Seen where he got up to there right off the line. I'm not all that surprised at that, I have to say, as the leaders head through towards the bomb hole for the first time. Yes, I think that's probably the biggest jump start I've ever seen in Division 2 there from John Powell. Not sure what was going on there. Adam Bint, though, has got the Volvo ahead of the 68 of Craig Reed. Here comes Martin Gibson. He'll lead as they complete the first lap. Ryan Smith having a go at Stuart Oliver. He's got ahead of Mark Taylor there. Steve Thomas dropping away slightly, returning to racing this year in the number 33 MAN. Well, John Powell is at the head of Division 2, but he will receive a 10-second penalty. That will drop him down the order on the timing screen. There's John Newell's new MAN. Very shiny looking machine. That one is the Yorkshireman in third place. It's Gibson from Jenkins, Newell, Oliver, Ryan Smith, Mark Taylor and Steve Thomas. Are we going to see Adam Bint take over the lead on track in Division 2? Well, not if Craig Reed's got anything to do with it. They're side by side. This is going to let Powell escape again, John Powell. Adam Bint holds second in the division on track. Of course, that really is the fight for the lead because of John Powell's penalty. Craig Reed has got ahead of Adam Bint. The Iveco ahead of the Volvo, so that's effectively for the lead in Division 2. It's still John Powell ahead on track. Then we've got Stephen Powell. Now, is Ryan Smith in the background there going to get alongside Stuart Oliver here down the Bentley Straight? This is his opportunity. No, he can't get the straight line speed. Still Gibson from Jenkins. Now, here comes Ryan Smith. He's getting impatient now with Stuart Oliver. Can be a pretty hot-headed racer, Ryan Smith, as we saw in his battles with David Jenkins at Donington. There is quite a rivalry between Smith and Jenkins over the years. But it is going to be a win for the number 11 of Martin Gibson to close the gap on the man behind him, David Jenkins, at the top of the championship. He's celebrating already. Look, power sliding in the style of Kurt Goranson as he comes into Murray's corner for the last time. They come up towards the finish line. Are we going to hear the air horn go off as he comes through? Listening in the background. I don't think he's going to, but there's the checkered flag. And Martin Gibson takes the win in our first truck race of the weekend by 1.3 seconds ahead of David Jenkins. John Newell is third. Stuart Oliver takes fourth. And it should be, Mark Taylor across the line in fifth place. Sixth goes to Steve Thomas. Ryan Smith in seventh. So Craig Reed is going to win Division 2 as John Powell has that jump start penalty. Ryan Smith has come through. His last lap was a slow one. 2:50. Yeah, he's very slow across the line there. So he did have a problem. It wasn't just a tactical drop back to seventh. He did have a problem there. He comes in seventh place. The rest of the trucks over the line. Craig Reed wins Division 2 ahead of Adam Bint by 2 seconds. Of course, John Powell will wait to see where he is classified when the rest of them have come through. John Powell does get third in Division 2 by 0.021 of a second ahead of Stephen Powell. Oh, what's happened to Stuart Oliver? He stopped on the slowdown lap, and I can see fluid under the truck there. I hope that's just water that's leaking out of there. I hope he's not leaking fuel. Well, I wondered if Ryan Smith may have dropped to seventh tactically, but apparently that's not the case, because we'll look at his lap time in a moment. Well, an amendment to the results of our first truck race of the day. In Division 2, John Powell was disqualified for jumping the starts. So Martin Gibson it is who takes the win by 1.3 seconds ahead of David Jenkins. John Newell on the podium in third ahead of Stuart Oliver. And Mark Taylor and Steve Thomas. Ryan Smith at the back of Division 1. Craig Reed takes the Division 2 victory ahead of Adam Bint and Stephen Powell. Then Jock Borthwick, Bradley Smith and Simon Cole completing the finishers. Craig Evans and Brad Smith dropping out early on, and John Powell disqualified for that jump start. Well, we can shortly go down to Parc Fermé, where Ian Waterhouse is talking to our race winners in just a moment.
Well, welcome down to Parc Fermé, everybody. What a cracking race that was. It always is with the British Truck Racing Championship. It never disappoints, does it? And it's this man here picking up his fourth win of the season, Martin Gibson. Let's go have a word with him. We're just going to have to move our way around here. And they're having a bit of a chat here as well. We'll grab a quick word. David Jenkins here as well. So, well done, mate. Right. Martin, I've got a bone to pick with you because you told me, I don't really like Snetterton. It's not really, it doesn't really suit me. Explain that one.
I don't know. Still don't like it. No, I'm joking. I love it. It's really good. I was struggling. Brakes are burning there, and I didn't have much left in it. So I was happy to see that flag.
You seem to control it though, right from the off. I mean, you're always under pressure in these things, aren't you? But you kept it on, and you just got over the line. No mistakes, it seems.
Not really. I didn't push 200% because it just cooks it. So I just went to the level that Dave was going to give me grief and kept it there.
Of course, close up in the championship a little bit. Long way to go. Of course, a lot of races still to go, but is it up there a little bit?
It is, but like you say, it's 14 races to go, and it's truck racing, so who knows?
Thanks very much, Ian. Yes, it is the second race of the day for the Lancaster Insurance MG Owners Club Championship coming up next. The grid based on the second quickest time for each driver from the qualifying session this morning. So the grid for race 2, as we say, based on the second quickest times from qualifying. Fergus Campbell, number 31, sits on pole alongside 77 Steve McDermott. The second row, Will Sharp in 66, and the first of the MGFs, 53, Mark Baker. Row 3, we've got number 5, Stuart Plotnick in the second of the MGFs, and Jack Woodcock, who failed to finish race 1. Hopefully he's out there in number 24 with his ZR. Row 4, number 83, Phil Walker, alongside 8, Paul Wisby. On the 5th row, 46, Mark Grant, and 3, Adrian Olsen. I'm not sure Adrian will be there because his car expired in a cloud of smoke early on in race 1. So wait to see if Adrian has been able to repair or whether the engine damage was terminal. Row 6, first of the invitation class cars, Max Cawthorne, number 129 with his MGB. Starts alongside the first Class A MGB of David Amflett. Row 7, Jim Bainham, recovered from a spin on the first lap of race 1 to 6 second in class. Starts alongside Jonathan Upchurch, number 29 with his ZR. The 8th row, number 30, Andy Robinson, another retirement in race 1, so we'll see if he's there, alongside 69, Peter Head with his MGB. 9th row, 28, Chris Pollard, and 59, the only MG midget, which is Ashley Barnes, alongside him. Then on the 10th row, 39, Alan Forster with the MG Maestro, and we should again see Nick Golhar, number 12, who didn't get out in qualifying, but he should be there with his ZR at the back of the grid. 5-second board is held aloft from the gantry. Time to go racing. The second race for the Lancaster Insurance MG Owners Club Championship. Waiting for the lights to go out, and off they go. Down towards Rich's corner for the first time. A good start by Steve McDermott from the outside. Can he get ahead of Fergus Campbell on the run into Rich's? 3 wide behind. Look at this. Stuart Plotnick, Jack Woodcock and Mark Baker. Not the best of starts by Mark Baker there, but Fergus Campbell has held his lead on the inside line. And it's Fergus Campbell's orange car that leads the way down to Wilson's hairpin for the first time. Chased by Will Sharp up into second. Steve McDermott was held on the outside line there. He's third. Stuart Plotnick up into fourth. Mark Baker's really lost out there around the outside. He's down to about third in class. So the MGF class will be led by the zebra-striped car of Stuart Plotnick. First 3 are ZRs, then the first of the Fs. Then Phil Walker, number 83, has started well. He's up there. There's Paul Wisby in his MGF, number 8. It will be Fergus Campbell who leads them round for the first time. Then second place, it is Will Sharp. And there in third, it is Steve McDermott. It's filed their way through. No problems at Agostini there. Alan Forster at the back in the Maestro. Lifting a wheel there, Will Sharp in the Wayside Adhesives sponsored car. Now can he hold off Steve McDermott for second place? Only once this year has McDermott finished out of the top 2. That was in the rain at Thruxton when Fergus Campbell won, and it was Will Sharp in second place. Certainly the big 3 out in front here. It's a wonderful mixture of MGs. Nick Golhar coming through from the back. He's got ahead of Jim Bainham. He's made up 3 places so far. There's the lone MG midget. That's Ashley Barnes, number 59. Side by side for second. Will Sharp has the inside for Brundle, so he'll hold the place. It's Fergus Campbell looking for his second win of the season. His first in this car. He raced Andy Heitman's car at Thruxton, took over for race 2, so had to start at the back of the grid because of the change of driver, and he came through. It only took him a couple of laps to hit the front of the field. Now, as the leader of the invitation class, that's Max Cawthorne with his classic MGB. He'll be sharing Jonathan Upchurch's MG ZR in the Snetterton Saloons race tomorrow, the pit stop race. Campbell and Sharp lead the way then. Will Sharp has raced in the classic class in the past with MG Midgets. He's raced Porsches in the past as well. He's raced Porsche Boxsters and 924s. Chasing now Campbell for the lead. They're separated by 0.34 of a second over the line. Up the inside, Will Sharp into Riches. That's a daring move on the brakes, and he goes through. Great move by Will Sharp. I wasn't expecting an attack to come from quite that far back, but Sharp has thrown it through into the lead, into Riches, now into Wilson's hairpin. He holds it. Campbell closes back up. McDermott's there as well. We've got a race on our hands between these three, and in the MGF class, because Mark Baker's back up to 5th, and he's now starting to close on Stuart Plotneck. There's Mark Grant, 46. He's in 9th place. Jonathan Upchurch and the rest of them. Look at this, 3 wide as they come almost into Brundle. Will Sharp still has the lead up towards Nelson ahead of Campbell. Steve McDermott is his record of top 2 finishes going to be blemished for a second time here. The lowest he's finished this year is 3rd in the rain at Thruxton. Stuart Plotneck in 4th. There's a move being made here for 5th. Phil Walker trying to get around the outside. He won't get through there, I don't think. Mark Baker in the MGF later on the brakes. Now what's going to happen with the leaders as they go towards Wilson's hairpin? It's still Will Sharp who holds the lead. Campbell in the middle is having to attack and defend at the same time because Steve McDermott is there, and this is allowing the next group to tow up onto the back of them slightly. Plotneck has just done the fastest lap of the race, 2:23.938. He's quicker than the ZRs. So watch for Stuart Plotneck, that white car with the zebra, or are they tiger stripes? I can't really tell. Closing in 4th. Through the right-hander they go. Yes, Fergus Campbell is in the slipstream. Will Sharp's really going to have to defend here. There's still 11.5 minutes of this race to go. This is cracking stuff. There's Upchurch under fire from Robinson further back. Will Sharp defending. He's held the lead. Look at McDermott up the outside. He's got 2nd place. Fergus Campbell wasn't expecting that. Well, Steve McDermott up into 2nd position. Campbell goes down to 3rd. Campbell was so busy concentrating on Will Sharp, he didn't notice Steve McDermott sneak around the outside. And now McDermott can go for the lead. Steve McDermott is all over Will Sharp. Sharp pressured into a slight mistake there. Campbell's going to have a go at the inside into Oggies, side by side, and Campbell's going through. Back into 2nd place. The spectators are shouting away for dear life on the banking as well. They are loving this. Sharp still leads. Campbell now 2nd, and somehow Will Sharp hanging on in front. Having thrown it up the inside of Riches a couple of laps ago, the first corner, to take the lead. Look at this, they're going 3 wide. This is magnificent. Who's going to come out of this with the lead as they go down towards Brundle? Sharp's gone down to 3rd place. I think it's McDermott on the inside. Sharp, how the heck has he stayed ahead there? Swings back around the outside. That's a brilliant piece of driving by Sharp, but he's gone wide on the exit of Nelson's. Campbell's back up the inside. He's going to retake the lead coming into the bomb hole. Well, this is the race of the weekend so far. Sharp back down to 2nd. McDermott is 3rd, and Stuart Plotneck's looking on. He's trying to catch them. Sharp puts a wheel onto the grass on the inside. He's really trying here. Fergus Campbell has the lead. There's still 8.5 minutes of this to go. McDermott in 3rd place, but it's Fergus Campbell now back in front. Will Sharp, he nearly got the switch back through Brundle's, but he ran a bit wide at the next corner at Nelson's. Oh, Stuart Plotneck's out. He was 4th. He's had a spin, I think. So we're not too sure what's happened to Stuart Plotneck there. He's had a moment as well. I wonder if there's a bit of fluid been dropped somewhere perhaps. Now he rejoins behind Jonathan Upchurch, so he'll be down to about 10th place. Meantime, here come your leaders. Through Palmer's, Fergus Campbell still in front. He's pulled away a little bit from Will Sharp, who's got Steve McDermott on his tail. Campbell's done the fastest lap, 2:21.59. McDermott closes, but he's not going to do it. And it's a win for Fergus Campbell by just half a second. Another fastest lap for McDermott on the last lap, but he has to settle for 2nd place. 3rd goes to Will Sharp, having led the early part of the race. Brilliant race between those 3. Well done to all 3 of them. Mark Baker takes 4th and wins the MGF class. Poor old Stuart Plotneck, who was leading until a spin. Bit of a tangle with Phil Walker, we think. We'll confirm the provisional result then. The win going to Fergus Campbell by half a second ahead of Steve McDermott. He got the fastest lap, so we'll get a point for that. Fergus Campbell gets a point for pole position for race 1 as well. But a great race with Will Sharp, who takes 3rd. Well done to all three of them. Mark Baker fourth and wins the MGF class. Mark Grant in fifth, ahead of Stuart Plotneck, unlucky to him after his spin. Jonathan Upchurch wins the invitation class in seventh, then Andy Robinson, Nick Golhar and Max Cawthorne round out the top 10. Golhar coming through from the back of the grid. Jim Bainham wins Class A in 11th, ahead of David Amflitz, the champion-elect. Alan Forster winning Class B in the Maestro in 13th. Then Barnes, the final finisher, Ashley Barnes in the MG Midget 14th. Phil Walker pulled his ZR into the pits. We lost Paul Wisby out of Palmer. He pulled up at Marshall's post, and Jack Woodcock also an early retirement into the pits. Pause to get my breath back, I think, after that one. The best race of the day so far from the Lancaster Insurance MG Owners Club. First, we'll head down to Parc Ferme with Ian Waterhouse.
Right, everybody, welcome back down to Parc Ferme, and we're going to move out of the way because we've got Steve McDermott reversing. He's about to run us over, but here is your race winner, Fergus Campbell. Fergus, you got the job done in race 2. Come on.
I'm absolutely exhausted.
I was going to say, I seem more excited than you.
I've got nothing left, mate. I've got nothing left. The first few laps of the race with these two was absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
And if only my in-car camera hadn't packed up, because it would be absolutely brilliant to watch. But great, clean racing, good fun. And I think they must have lost a little bit of pace towards the end. But towards the very end, Steve was coming back at me, so I couldn't relax for a minute. But it was mint. Thank you.
Welcome back to part 2 of Full Throttle here at the Snetterton Circuit here in Norfolk. More truck racing coming up next. The second race for the British Truck Racing Championship. And our man on the ground, Pointy, caught up with Division 2 winner from race 1, Craig Reed, after his victory in our opening race of the day.
End of race 1 with Division 2 first place winner Craig Reed. A fantastic start to the weekend for you, Craig. Well, how'd you feel?
Good, yeah, very good, to be honest with you. I struggled in qualifying a bit just to get the truck to where I wanted it to be, and then I managed to get the jump on Adam. Obviously, John really did get the jump then, but really good. Me and Adam had a cracking race. You know, he got I missed the gear, he got past me. Real proper good racing.
It was quite a good tussle to watch, especially for the spectators. One thing I've got to ask: that one corner, Adam came out wide. You were right up the side of him. I think everybody here was expecting to see some fiberglass. What went through your head when you saw him powering towards you?
Yeah, just you think, is he going to stop? Is he going to stop? And to be fair, his truck control's very good. And to be fair, I am as well. We both know exactly where we are, which is what it's all about, you know. And that it's the same with all Division 2 drivers. We're all absolutely on it, but we have such good fun together.
That's fantastic. So you'll be starting at the back of the grid now with the reverse grid in race 2. Have you got anything in mind that you're going to try to jump that pack without, of course, jumping the start?
No. To be fair, just I mean, enjoy it, and let late come to me. I'm not going to start doing anything silly, but I just want to, you know, definitely need some front tyres after last night. My front tyres are gone, but really going to crack on and get to the front as fast as I can.
And we get ready for race 2 of the weekend. There was one amendment to the result in race 1. It concerns Division 2 driver John Powell, number 6. He has been sent to the back of the grid. More on that in a moment, because we're ready for the grid. And in pole position for Division 1, with the result reversed from race 1, is number 1 Ryan Smith. And despite what he said earlier with those clutch problems, he is there. He's on the grid. Alongside him, 33 Steve Thomas. Second row, 81 Mark Taylor. And number 7 Stuart Oliver. Row 3, number 18 John Newell. And 69 of David Jenkins. Martin Gibson, the race 1 winner, starts at the back of Division 1. Then there's a gap, and we've got the Division 2s with their classified finishers in reverse order from race 1. 41 Simon Cole takes pole alongside 46 Bradley Smith. Then we've got 32 Jock Borthwick and number 3 Stephen Powell. Adam Bint, number 5, 68 Craig Reed on the third row for Division 2. And then we've got the trucks that didn't make the finish in race 1. And They are number 10, Craig Evans. He pulled off at Brundle. Number 16, Brad Smith, was an early retirement, starts alongside him. Now, number 6, John Powell. He originally got a 10-second penalty for that blatant jump start in race 1. Well, we say jump start. He went from the back of the Division 2 pack to be leading by the time they got to the first corner. But after a review by the clerk of the course, John Powell was disqualified from the results. So he has to start from the back of the grid for this one. The revs begin to rise then, and here we go. The pack is unleashed down towards the first corner at Riches. Ryan Smith makes a good start. Stuart Oliver almost pushing Steve Thomas as they charge their way into the first corner. Are they all going to make it round? They go 3 wide. There's contact between Mark Taylor and Steve Thomas. Thomas spins. John Newell dodges through on the inside. Stuart Oliver's on the grass. He's gone out wide. We've lost somebody else there. That's Jenkins. David Jenkins, the championship leader, I think went off in avoidance there. But the big loser in that one was Steve Thomas, number 33. He got turned around. Now, who's in the lead of this now? I think the leader, Ryan Smith, escaped that. Everybody else is going to have to play catch-up on the Mercedes. There he is. It is Ryan Smith who leads. There's Steve Thomas recovering in the background. It's John Newell in second. Martin Gibson is up into third place, the race 1 winner. Mark Taylor's escaped that in fourth with some damage. That's Stuart Oliver. And the Division 2 leader is Simon Cole in his Mercedes-Benz. There's Stephen Powell, and we lose Brad Smith again. He just cannot get his DAF to run properly in 2021. And he's out of the race yet again after only less than half a lap. Simon Cole leads Division 2, but it's Mercedes leading both classes. Ryan Smith has got it right this time, but he'll be maybe a bit nervous in there, hoping that his clutch can last the distance this time. The clutch started slipping at the end of race 1, and he dropped back. He runs a bit wide there through Oggies. John Newell in second place with his MAN. Third is the newer MAN of Martin Gibson. New truck for him this year. Mark Taylor's rather battered example, number 81 in fourth, ahead of Stuart Oliver in the Volvo. And Craig Reed takes the lead in Division 2 from Simon Cole. David Jenkins, there he is. He got delayed in that schmozzle on the first corner. 3 into 1 didn't go. They ran out of room. Steve Thomas spun around by contact with Mark Taylor. Division 2 is led by Craig Reed, ahead of Simon Cole, Stephen Powell. Then we've got Adam Bint in the number 5. Stuart Oliver had to run wide on that first corner onto the grass to avoid the spinning truck of Steve Thomas ahead of him, closing on Mark Taylor. Simon Cole bounces off the curb and runs wide there. That could allow Stephen Powell to attack in the number 3. He has a look up the inside. Goes through into second in Division 2. Been a frustrating year for Simon Cole, the man from Dartford so far this year. Repeated problems with the Merc. There's Adam Bint behind him, and then we've got John Powell. A rather more sensible start for John this time, after he was disqualified for a major jump start in race 1. Behind him is David Jenkins. Now, David Jenkins has got to fight his way through all the Division 2 trucks if he's going to catch our Division 1 leaders. And if it stays like this, I would reckon that Martin Gibson is going to take the lead of the Division 1 Championship for the first time in his career. Ryan Smith leads the way then in the Merc, the Nottinghamshire driver. John Newell from South Yorkshire in second place in his new MAN. Martin Gibson, the Warwickshire man, in third. Here's a battle between Mark Taylor and Stuart Oliver. Stuart Oliver's had enough of being behind that rather battered 81 truck, trying to force a way through there, coming out of the hairpin, but he's on the wrong side for the left at Palmer's. Mark Taylor says, I'm keeping this place, thank you very much. This is for 4th place in Division 1. Stuart Oliver in 4th now. He's got ahead of Mark Taylor, coming through towards the Bentley straight there, so he's ahead of the MAN. Into 4th in the Volvo VNL, the bonneted machine. And now David Jenkins has got past the Division 2 runners. He's past Craig Reed there at Coreham. And now the Digraph Transport and Morris Lubricants sponsored MAN is going to try and catch the Division 1 runners ahead. Here's our Division 2 leader, Craig Reed. Now, what's his gap over Stephen Powell? 8.5 seconds. So the Iveco Stralis looks to be heading for its second Division 2 win of the weekend. We thought he wasn't going to appear for this race. We thought he was out for the weekend, but that was just, I think, a bit of post-race 1 frustration being vented, because he came out for race 2. He started from pole, and he's led all the way in the Snetterton Sunset. Here he comes, the 5 consecutive Division 1 champion, Flying Ryan Smith, into Murray's for the last time. The Mercedes this time running as it should, his new truck for 2021. And He's coming in for his first win in a couple of meetings. Ryan Smith coming up towards the checkered flag, and he takes his first win of the weekend. Well done, Ryan Smith. His first win since Thruxton. Who's going to be second? Looks like it's going to be John Newell in his MAN. He comes home in second, 8.7 seconds down. Third will go to Martin Gibson. I think that will give Martin the championship lead because David Jenkins is a bit further back after he's off on the first corner. Stuart Oliver comes over in fourth in the Volvo. Fifth, I think it's going to be Mark Taylor, unless David Jenkins can get alongside. No, he can't. Taylor in his battered MAN is fifth. David Jenkins only sixth. He'll be disappointed with that. And the Division 2 winner will be through next. It's going to be 2 wins out of 2 for Craig Reed. And here come the 2 yellow and white MANs. Mirror image liveries. Look at the state of Steve Thomas's truck. There's Craig Reed over the line. He wins Division 2 for the second time this weekend. Stephen Powell will be second in Division 2, and the similarly coloured truck of Steve Thomas behind him. They finished side by side. Who got there first? Stephen Powell by 13 thousandths of a second. A formation finish there. Steve Thomas 9th. Adam Bint is 10th. He's third in Division 2. Then John Powell. Bradley Smith, another good drive. Simon Cole and Craig Evans will be the other finishers. We lost Brad Smith early on, number 16, on the first lap, of course, and Jock Borthwick didn't take the start. Gorgeous sunset here at Snetterton. We'll check out the provisional result then. Ryan Smith, the winner by 8.7 seconds over John Newell. Martin Gibson, I believe that puts him in the lead of the championship, that third place ahead of Stuart Oliver and Mark Taylor. David Jenkins only 6 after that tangle on the first corner. Craig Reed makes it 2 out of 2 in Division 2 and extends his championship lead there. Stephen Powell takes 8th. Photo finish with Steve Thomas there, the similarly liveried truck. He's the last finisher in Division 1. Then Adam Bint third in Division 2 ahead of John Powell, Bradley Smith. Next home were Simon Cole and Craig Evans. We lost Brad Smith on lap 1, and the trucks of Paddy Mack and Jock Borthwick didn't take the start. I think we can now hand down, as the sun begins to set here at Snetterton, to our friend Pointy down in Parc Ferme.
Ferme here at Snetterton, where we've just finished race 2 of the weekend, and we see Ryan Smith making a sterling comeback in his career this season. Let's go and have a quick talk to Ryan now, if we can catch him. Okay, Ryan, how are we? You're live, just to let you know. How are we? How do you feel after that? A good comeback?
You know what? We've got to give full credit to, first of all, our mechanics who have not given up. You know, I think you, Robert, know what problems we've had. And first of all, I want to say thank you to our mechanics, my brother, Billy and Arnie. They've been non-stop. But we also have to say a big thank you to Ruud Visser, you know, in Holland. He's looked at the data and he found out we was 50% down on power. We think we put that right. Look at the lap time, 2:23.3. There's nobody else ever going to go that fast around here in a race truck. So absolutely delighted. I was going to give up, and I don't want to contradict him because I've won. Be buzzing. We've got a lot to do.
Yeah.
There's a lot of development. You sat me down earlier on.
Well, this is true. As I said to you, it's not all about winning. 5 consecutive championships, but now when things start to go wrong, this is where you start to learn racing, because it's dealing with the bad days as much as the good days.
Right. Yeah, and you know what? I probably threw my dummy out the pram when I shouldn't have done. And it's just frustration. We've got a new concept that's fast. We've got a new engine. There's been back and forth arguments with Ruud Visser, who's done a fantastic job. It's development stages. We're trying. I'm delighted. We'll see what tomorrow brings. I'm not going to get carried away. Dave's done a good job. Stuart's done a fantastic job. All the Division 1 guys have. And we've just got to get his reliability back, and we know what we can do pace-wise. That's the frustrating part. But today's a new day. Tomorrow's definitely a new day. Thanks for everybody watching. Thanks to all those amazing sponsors, and we'll see what we can do tomorrow.
Well, thanks very much, Pointy. Always great to hear from him in the paddock. We now move on to the races from day 2 here at the Snetterton 300 circuit on this fine and sunny weekend here in Norfolk. Second day sees more racing for the British Truck Racing Championship. Now we move on to their third race of the weekend. Division 1, the more powerful trucks start off from the front. Number 33, Steve Thomas, finished at the back in Division 1, having been spun on the first corner in the race yesterday afternoon. So number 33, Steve Thomas, with his MAN, is on pole alongside 69, David Jenkins. Second row, number 81, Mark Taylor, had a good battle with Stuart Oliver yesterday in his Volvo, the 10-time British and 1-time European champion. So Taylor and Oliver on row 2. Row 3, number 11, Martin Gibson, who I believe, from my calculations, is now leading the championship with his MAN, alongside number 18, John Newell's new MAN, and the Mercedes Actros of Ryan Smith starts at the back of the grid, having won race 2 yesterday. Then we've got the slightly less powerful trucks in Division 2. They're headed up by number 10, Craig Evans, alongside number 41 of Simon Cole. The second row, we've got number 46 of Bradley Smith, alongside 6 of John Powell. Bradley Smith in an Iveco, John Powell in a DAF. Third row, Division 2, number 5, Adam Bintz, with his Volvo White Aerodyne, running on HVO fuel, a new eco-friendly fuel this weekend, starting alongside the reigning Division 2 champion, number 3, Stephen Powell, with his MAN. And then we've got the double winner from yesterday, 68, Craig Reed, going for a hat-trick in his Iveco Stralis, starts alongside number 16 of Brad Smith. Yeah, just to confuse you, we've got 2 Bradley Smiths here. We call one Bradley and one Brad. Number 16, Brad Smith, the Leicestershire driver, couldn't get his DAF to run properly yesterday, so he's back out for this one. And we should see at the back of the field number 32, Jock Borthwick, with his MAN, the Scotsman. Failed to start the second race yesterday, pulled off on the rolling lap. Pace truck is in the pit lane. It's time to go racing here at the Snetterton circuit. The big rigs are ready to rumble. Here we go then, waiting for the red light to go out. It does so, and we're away down towards Rich's Corner for the first time. The pack is unleashed. Steve Thomas and David Jenkins side by side as they head into the first corner. A good start by Stuart Oliver as well. I think he's just clipped the back of Steve Thomas there as they go into the first corner. Division 1 chase their way through. Simon Cole has taken the lead of Division 2 in the pink Mercedes. It looks like it is David Jenkins, number 69, who will lead into Wilson's hairpin for the first time. Stuart Oliver coming through into second place past Steve Thomas. Ryan Smith trying to get round the outside of John Newell. Simon Cole leads Division 2 ahead of Adam Bint. Craig Evans in third place. Then it's Bradley Smith in 46 getting pushed there. John Powell's gone off onto the grass in the number 6 in the DAF. He'll drop back a couple of spots as a result there. It's already a battle in Division 1. Mark Taylor gets sent wide by Ryan Smith. He's fired up and ready to attack here. David Jenkins, number 69, leads them into Agostini for the first time in the Digraph Transports MAN. He's already clear of Stuart Oliver. Steve Thomas in third. It looks like Ryan Smith is in there somewhere as well. It's David Jenkins who leads the way though, looking to take back the championship lead from Martin Gibson, number 11, through towards Oggie's Corner for the first time, the right-hander. Oliver in second place, then Thomas third. Smith is fourth in the Mercedes, made a good start there. Behind him, Mark Taylor. Sixth is John Newell. Martin Gibson at the back of Division 1 at the moment. Then Division 2 headed by Simon Cole in the Mercedes. Adam Bint second, then Craig Evans side by side for fourth. Stephen Powell up the inside at Williams Corner, side by side with Bradley Smith. Behind them, Craig Reed. Then it's John Powell, forced wide at the hairpin on the first lap. Down the straight under the bridge into Brundle's Corner. Then it's into Nelson, the right-hander. Steve Thomas going well here. The truck having undergone a few running repairs after some bodywork damage yesterday. Collided with Mark Taylor in race 2, holding off Ryan Smith. Mark Taylor under fire from John Newell, the Yorkshireman in number 18. Returns truck racing over the last couple of years after several seasons away, building up his container and tanker business. Here comes Ryan Smith chasing down Steve Thomas. Will he get through at Murray's Corner? No, he won't. A narrow bit of the circuit there. Originally called Russell, after Jim Russell, the racer and racing school boss, now renamed in memory of Murray Walker, the voice of motorsports. David Jenkins has the lead then. He leads by over 3 seconds at the end of the first lap ahead of Stuart Oliver. Simon Cole comes through over the line, leading the Division 2 field ahead of Adam Bint in second by 3/4 of a second, the gap there. And good to see Brad Smith is going well. At least he's done a racing lap this time. Ryan Smith, if he's going to catch them, needs to get past Steve Thomas, quick sharp here. He's going to have a look up the inside into Williams' corner. Thomas gives him room, and Smith up into third place. Now he's going to go after the top two. Now here's the lead battle in Division 2. Now that's Simon Cole and Craig Reed. Has Adam Bint got ahead? Yes, he has. There's Bint. The number 5 Volvo has taken the lead in Division 2, and Craig Reed is going for second place. They're side by side over the line. There's a black and white flag being displayed. That's the driving standards flag. Now, who's that for? Haven't had any notification of who that's for at the moment, as Simon Cole stays ahead of Craig Reed for second place in Division 2. That is 9th overall. So Adam Bint now leads Division 2. Side by side still for second through Palmer's corner. Craig Reed trying to go around the outside there, trying to out-drag Simon Cole in the Mercedes Beast, as he calls it. Can he get ahead here? I don't think he'll get around the outside at Agostini. Can you fit 2 trucks side by side to that? He's done it. Good move, Craig Reed. Right the way around the outside into Agostini. A little bit wide over the curb. Stephen Powell 4th. And then we've got John Powell, Bradley Smith and Craig Evans. Best lap of the race at 2 minutes 25, and a tangle there. Round goes Steve Thomas, look out! Goodness me, John Newell very quick on the brakes there. I thought he was going to T-bone Steve Thomas. The tangle there between Martin Gibson and Steve Thomas. Thomas spun around. Now John Newell, can he get going? Yes, he can. He's there with the Division 2 runners. Excuse me, says Adam Bint. Here comes Ryan Smith. He goes one way, then the other. Stuart Oliver defending there very robustly into Brundle corner. Ryan Smith tries again. He's up the inside to Nelson. He's never going to get through there. Bash! Wide goes the number 7. And Ryan Smith goes through into second. No chance of that happening with a truck, I hope, as meanwhile Craig Reed up the inside into Brundles takes the lead of Division 2. He's got past Adam Bint, and John Newell trying to get through there, trying to go side by side now. Newell in the more powerful Division 1 truck gets past Adam Bint. I hope Adam hasn't got a problem here, because he dropped back quite considerably through there in the Volvo. There he gets the notification. 5-second penalty for truck number 68. There's Bint. We'll see what the gap is between them. Simon Cole's got the penalty as well. He's further back in the order. He's dropped behind John Powell and Bradley Smith now, so the Mercedes slowing up a bit, I think. His last lap was a 2:38. Now, what's the gap between Craig Reed and Adam Bint? I think it is just over 5 seconds, actually, so Craig Reed might get away with it. And it's going to be a win for number 69, David Jenkins, into Murray's for the last time. On the power up towards the line, the MAN coming in to take the victory. This will do wonders for his championship hopes. David Jenkins takes the checkered flag. Clear win for Jenks. Ryan Smith will come over in second. Now, what about Division 2? Remember, Craig Reed needs to finish more than 5 seconds clear of Adam Bint. He is just, on the last lap, he was just enough ahead. Stuart Oliver takes third place. He dropped back after a bit of contact with Ryan Smith at Nelson's. 4th is going to go to Mark Taylor. Martin Gibson 5th and Steve Thomas 6th, and John Newell will be the final finisher. There's Gibson across the line ahead of Steve Thomas. None the worse for their collision earlier on. John Newell will be the final finisher in Division 1. That'll give him pole for the next race later on. It's kicking up a bit of dust there. Now, can Craig Reed finish 5 seconds clear of Adam Bint? It looks like he's going to do it. It'll be a third win of the weekend, if so, in Division 2. Craig Reed first across the line in Division 2. He'll have the 5-second penalty applied. The battle for third between Stephen and John Powell. Family ties being ditched there. There's Bint over the line. Was the advantage enough for Craig Reed? Yes, it was. He takes the win side by side between the Powells across the line. A photo finish. I think John got there ahead of Stephen. We'll have to confirm that in a moment. Goodness me. Bradley Smith just behind them. And next home will be Simon Cole in the Mercedes-Benz. He gets a 5-second penalty for track limit offences as well. Craig Evans across the line, and that penalty will drop Cole behind Evans, only by 0.02 of a second. But Craig Reed, I think, has done enough to hang on to the win. 3 out of 3 for Craig Reed in Division 2. We'll confirm the result in a moment, then the trucks will be directed back into the paddock and we'll give you the provisional results. Well, slight amendments to the results of that race. A couple of trucks receiving penalties for exceeding track limits, and also Martin Gibson penalised a couple of seconds and therefore a place for his incident at the chicane with Ryan Smith. So the result reads with David Jenkins taking the win in his MAN. Ryan Smith now promoted to second place. Stuart Oliver completing the podium. Mark Taylor in fourth place ahead of Steve Thomas, and then Martin Gibson demoted down to sixth position behind the 33 of Steve Thomas. John Newell completes the Division 1 finishes. Another win in Division 2 for Craig Reed ahead of Adam Bint and John Powell. He wins the Battle of the Powells with Steve. Then Bradley Smith, Craig Evans and Simon Cole completing the finishers. Track limits penalties going to Cole, to Ryan Smith and also to Craig Reed. Doesn't really affect their results. Of course, we lost Brad Smith and Jock Borthwick. Now we'll head down to Pointy in the paddock to hear from our race winners.
Down in Park Ferme now, straight after race 1 of Sunday here at Snetterton, and we have our podium winner, Dave Jenkins. Let's see if we can get Dave before he runs off. Dave. First of all, congratulations, Dave. Fantastic race. An early start for you, getting right ahead of Steve Thomas there before the first bend. Was that in the plan?
Yeah, we needed to try and do something to pass Steve early on, but I didn't quite know what it was going to be. But I think he was in the wrong gear, sadly, because he made a better start than me, and as my torque got hold, he had to go for another gear, so I think he was half a split behind on the gear change, and it just gave me the 2 metres I needed to finish passing him and get in front quickly.
And then a very comfortable lead for the rest of the race, really, although the stamina it must take to keep it in that position is obviously still quite difficult for you.
It is difficult, but you know, we've done some good times around here on Friday, just thumping laps in, so I knew it was, you know, achievable. Obviously we had some technical difficulties with the truck yesterday, just a little bit of braking imbalance. It spooked me a bit yesterday. It's took me off my Super A game really this morning, otherwise we'd have really been pushing for the fastest lap as well. But when it does this locking up business with the truck, there's risk of it breaking something, so there wasn't time to do it today. But I do think we've engineered our way around the problem, so I'm looking forward to the rest of the racing today. But they're definitely, you know, they're going to be a lot more difficult than that now as the day goes on.
Yeah, they'll be after you now, and of course you'll be starting at the back for the next race of the day. Have you got any plans to manage your way through the pack?
Yeah, just keep overtaking.
Fantastic, great news for Dave Jenkins. Thank you very much. We'll get you some silverware in a minute, buddy. Thank you. Right then, let's have a quick chat to where is he now? Ryan Smith dropping back a little bit if we can get him. No, I think he's actually disappeared. So I think the best thing to do is have a hand back to Dave in the commentary box, and we will catch up with you very shortly.
Welcome back to Full Throttle here at the Snetterton 300 circuit in Norfolk. The final couple of races from the big rigs, the British Truck Racing Championships, and great action from them so far. It's certainly not over yet. Let's head down to Pointy in the paddock once again.
Back now in Park Ferme with driver Simon Cole from Division 2 with the Pink Beast, as is very famously known around the paddock. A bit of a latecomer to the season this year with some serious technical difficulties starting off the season. Obviously we were getting that sorted out now.
Yeah, we're getting there. This Snetter's never our best track anyway, never has been, never will be. The truck's not really set up. All the other boys are like Division 1 chassis. We're still in the old days, 90s chassis here. We've got the power, but it just doesn't like the technical circuit.
Well, we noticed we had a couple of non-starters in that last race. Brad Smith and, of course, Jock Borthwick not making it on, which will make you front runner for the second race of the day. We're going to be in pole position. Have you got any plans to keep it there?
well, I was on second then, and I pushed as hard as I can, and we'll just see what we can do. Each race is different in this, you know. The lorries break down quite often, so we'll see the best we can do, really.
That's all we can do. Well, good luck for later on, Simon. I hope you get a result. Stick it in there, keep it ahead, yeah? Well, first of all, you join me here in Parc Fermé again with driver John Newell. Now, a bit of bad news for you in that race, but also, may I highly commend you, and I think everybody here at Snetterton was expecting to see a massive, massive race incident today. Yeah. But you managed to land on those brakes like something I've never seen before.
Yeah, definitely. I just, I'd got Mark Taylor on outside because I took him coming into bend here, so I concentrated on him, come round on power, just start putting power down. I thought, whoa, these two spun in front, just nailed brakes to the floor and prayed.
I mean, we were all watching on the cameras, the spectators, we could hear the gasps from space. Yeah, really, really fantastic driving skill to be able to miss that crash. What was going through your mind when you just see Steve Thomas 360ing in front of you?
Just hit these brakes as quick as possible and hope for the best.
It took you a little while to get going again. Yeah. Was that just because obviously you locked up, stalled it?
Stalled the engine, so the engine resets about 6 seconds, so I have to sit and wait.
Wow, I mean, that's incredible. So then you got caught up in a little bit of Division 2 action, not quite making your way through them, unfortunately, but we're going to be in pole position for race 2 today and Sunday. Hopefully that's going to stick.
Oh yeah, we'll be gone. We've got to be.
Well, thank you very much, John. Well done again. Fantastic. Great driving. Thank you, buddy. That's all from us here down in Parc Fermé now. Let's go back to Dave for race 2 of this Sunday.
Cheers, Pointy. Thanks for catching up with the drivers down there as we get ready for our next race for the trucks. In pole position it will be the man we just heard from, number 18 John Newell, finished at the back of Division 1 after having to pull up and refire the engine after avoiding that incident in the previous race. Alongside him, Martin Gibson, number 11, fighting with David Jenkins for the championship lead. Martin penalised 1 place for some contact in the previous race. Second row, 33 Steve Thomas and number 81 Mark Taylor in their MANs. Third row, number 7 Stuart Oliver in the Volvo and number 1 Ryan Smith. He got a 5-second penalty for exceeding track limits in the previous race, but didn't affect his finishing position. He was safely ahead of Stuart Oliver. And David Jenkins, number 69, starts 7th, the winner of our previous race. Then there's a gap of a couple of rows and we go on to Division 2. Simon Cole in the pink Mercedes will lead them away alongside Craig Evans, number 10. Behind them, 46 Bradley Smith and number 3 Stephen Powell. Then number 6 John Powell, who beat Steve Ho in that photo finish in the previous race between the Powells, alongside number 5 Adam Bintz. 68 Craig Reed, 3 wins out of 3 so far in Division 1 despite a track limits penalty in race 3. Starts alongside 16 Brad Smith, hoping to get a finish this time. And number 32 Jock Borthwick hopefully will complete the grid. The revs are up and here we go. Race 4 for the trucks gets underway here at Snetterton. Good start by the pole sitter John Newell, leads them down towards the first corner. David Jenkins trying to get through on the inside. I think he's going to run out of room. He has to go over the curb there. No room to get through for Jenkins. Simon Cole, good start in Division 2 to take the lead from pole position. John Newell it is though, the Yorkshireman who leads in the number 18 MAN into Wilson's hairpin for the first time. Martin Gibson second, Steve Thomas in third, Ryan Smith trying to get past Mark Taylor for 4th place. There's the Division 2 pack headed by Cole, Smith, Evans, Stephen Powell, Adam Bint very sideways there in the number 5. Somebody's gone wide over the grass. Didn't quite see, I think it might have been Stephen Powell. As Division 1 make their way around. David Jenkins ran out of room on the inside, unfortunately for him there, coming into Riches. Couldn't get up the inside of the number 7 of Stuart Oliver. Cole leads it from Smith, Powell and Evans in Division 2. John Powell has dropped to the back of the pack by the look of it. It's through Agostini go the leaders. John Newell leads in number 18 from number 11 Martin Gibson. Got caught in a bit of a tangle at Agostini in race 3 of the weekend, which has put them to the front of the grid in this one with the reverse grid being used, and Ryan Smith's got through for 3rd place ahead of Steve Thomas. So the Mercedes up to 3rd, chasing Martin Gibson. It's Thomas, Taylor, Oliver and Jenkins line astern. Cole still leads Division 2. He would dearly love to hang on for his first win of the season here. Problems there for Adam Bint. Was there a bit of contact there? I'm not sure, but that's put Adam Bint to the back of the Division 2 pack there, running wide over the grass at Oggie's corner. Cole still leads. Here comes David Jenkins attacking the number 7 of Stuart Oliver. Goes up the inside into Brundles. They're just about going to get through there, and Oliver gives him room. David Jenkins up to 6th in the Division 1 battle. Cole still leads Division 2 ahead of Bradley Smith, then Stephen Powell. Now where is Craig Reed? There he is in 4th. He's made up a couple of spots already. Adam Bint at the back trying to challenge Craig Evans, the number 10 MAN, the Brown-sponsored machine. Ryan Smith attacking Martin Gibson. Martin was having a few braking problems in race 3 earlier on. It's John Newell who will lead the first lap in truck number 18. Over the line they go then. Newell from Gibson by just over a second. Ryan Smith just under a second behind them. Stuart Oliver has dropped to the back of the Division 1 pack as a result of that move by David Jenkins into Nelson's corner. John Newell leads up towards the hairpin for the second time. Those two fighting for the championship, of course, so Powell maybe not concerned about... Oh, where's Adam Bint going? He's gone straight on at Palmer. He must be pulling over. Yeah, he's got a problem, Adam Bint, and he's out of the race, sadly. That's a great shame. He's been having a good weekend in the Volvo. There's Jenkins up the inside. Oh, Steve Thomas over the grass. Look out. That could have been dodgy there if he'd come back on a little bit later. He's held it together there, and he's held on ahead of David Jenkins. Well, a bit of grass tracking there for Steve Thomas. Down towards Agostini. Oliver on the outside. Can he out-drag Mark Taylor? Yes, he can. Now in Division 2, we'll wait for them to come through. Bradley Smith had taken the lead at the end of the previous lap from Simon Cole. He's still there. This is looking good for the Iveco pilot. Cole second. It's the other Iveco of Craig Reed up to third. He's got ahead of his championship rival Stephen Powell. And then John Powell in 5th place. Craig Evans behind them. Of course, we've lost Adam Bint into retirement. Here come Division 2. Craig Reed trying to get up alongside the pink Mercedes. That's off Simon Cole. Holds the place. Reed will move to the inside going into Brundle, but Cole holds him back. In fact, there's 1.8 seconds covering the 3 leaders in Division 1 now. And Bradley Smith, this is impressive, number 46, looking for his first ever Division 2 win. But Craig Reed is now coming through for second. He's going to get past Simon Cole on the straight here. Yes, he's got him for second. And now he'll try and hunt down Bradley Smith. Here comes Craig Reed. Now, this time he's ready to attack as they come down the centre straight. He feints to the outside. He's going to move back to the inside here. Through they come. Mind the flag marshal there. Up towards Riches. Is he going to get the inside line away? No, he's not. Well defended, Bradley Smith. Still your leader is Newell from Gibson. Then Ryan Smith for Division 1. Bradley Smith takes the inside for the hairpin. He's having to be so careful here, soaking up the pressure from Craig Reed in his similar Iveco. Moves alongside, but he's going to be on the outside on the run to Palmer's. They're side by side on the run down towards the left-hander. Is Craig Reed going to go round the outside here on the left-hander? He's going to have to be late on the brakes. Has he got him? Runs out wide, and he's got him round the outside. That's an excellent bit of driving by Craig Reed, but Bradley Smith is fighting back. This is tremendous stuff between the two Division 2 leaders. Bradley Smith back to the inside. He's going to be late on the brakes for Agostini. Reed round the outside. He cuts him off, and Craig Reed, I think, is going to hold the lead of Division 2. Yes, he's done it. Meanwhile, back with Division 1, and Ryan Smith has just taken Martin Gibson for second place into Brundle. We're watching the Division 2 lead change, but Ryan Smith at the same time is getting past Martin Gibson, and now he will go after John Newell for the lead. John Newell looking for win number 3 this year in his MAN. Flag to flag here on the Snetterton 300 layout. Here they come up towards the checkered flag. It's going to be a win for number 18. John Newell takes it. Second place is going to go to Ryan Smith, just ahead of Martin Gibson. The lead margin over the line, 2.73 seconds. Fastest lap on the last lap for John Newell as well, 2:24.482. David Jenkins takes 4th. It will be Stuart Oliver in 5th position in his Volvo, I think, ahead of Steve Thomas and Mark Taylor. There's Oliver over the line in the Volvo. Steve Thomas will be next home, number 33, ahead of Mark Taylor. And then your winner in Division 2, making it 4 out of 4, will be Craig Reed. Here he comes into Murray's for the last time. Can he make it a maximum in our last race of the weekend at the end of the programme? That's coming up at 4 o'clock. Here he comes then. Craig Reed, win number 4 in Division 2, 8th overall. Second place, a best ever result for Bradley Smith, the youngster in 46. And Simon Cole, 3rd in Division 2. Well done to him. 4th for John Powell. Bit of a struggle in that one for Stephen Powell, only 5th in Division 2. And the final finisher will be Craig Evans, number 10. Because, of course, we lost Adam Bint early on. He pulled up on the outside of Palmer's. We'll confirm the provisional results of that one. Craig Evans over the line, our final finisher. It's a win for John Newell by 2.73 seconds over Ryan Smith, and Martin Gibson taking 3rd. David Jenkins 4th, ahead of Stuart Oliver, Steve Thomas and Mark Taylor. Division 2 won again by Craig Reed, number 68. Bradley Smith in 2nd, the winning margin in Division 2, 3.7 seconds. Best ever result for Bradley Smith, and also a great result for Simon Cole's Mercedes, 3rd in Division 2. John and Stephen Powell next home, and Craig Evans the final finisher. Adam Bint was in retirement. Okay, and the truck's heading back into Parc Fermé. Then in a moment we'll hand down to our man Pointy, who will be on the scene to talk to some of the drivers.
Back in Parc Fermé now with the fantastic finish to the 4th race of the weekend. We're joined here now with none other than John Newell, not only taking 1st position in the race, also getting fastest lap with a 2:24.4. So John, no issues this time?
No, definitely no issues this time.
Whoop, there we go. No issues this time. Fantastic race.
Yeah, brilliant. Got a good start. Put a bit of a gap in, then I seen Ryan take Martin and I thought I better start putting my foot down now, so I put my quickest laps in towards the end and just kept maintaining that gap.
Yeah, I mean, I was just telling the camera, 2:24.4, managing your fastest lap of the race in the last lap and the fastest lap of the race overall.
Yeah, that's what I needed to do to keep Ryan behind.
Now time for our final race of the weekend for the British Truck Racing Championship. This will be another 15-minute race. Let's have a look how they line up. This weekend, 81 Mark Taylor will start from pole in Division 1 alongside the 33 of Steve Thomas. Second row, number 7, Stuart Oliver, and 69, David Jenkins. Row 3, number 11, Martin Gibson, and number 1, Ryan Smith. And the earlier winner, number 18, John Newell, starts from the back of Division 1. Will we see 5 different winners this weekend? Already wins for Gibson, Smith, Jenkins and Newell. Will we see a new winner in Division 1? By contrast, Division 2, Craig Evans and Stephen Powell starts on the front of Division 2. Second row, number 6, John Powell, and 41, Simon Cole. 46, Bradley Smith and Craig Reed. We said by contrast, he's going for 5 wins out of 5. Starts on the third row of Division 2. Behind them we should see Adam Bint, number 5, who failed to finish the earlier race, pulled up at Palmer's Corner, and Brad Smith, who failed to start that race, and 32, Jock Borthwick, should complete the grid. Hopefully we'll see the 16 and the 32 out there. Here they come then up towards the red lights. When they go out, Division 1 will be unleashed. It's a flag start for Division 2 a little further back. Here we go then, waiting for the red lights to go out. Here we go. The power comes on and off they thunder down towards the first corner of Riches. Good start by Steve Thomas, good start by David Jenkins, straight through from the second row. Ryan Smith trying to come up the outside as well. It looks like it's going to be Jenkins who leads into the first corner. Ryan Smith's trying to go all the way around the outside though. This is going to be interesting into the hairpin. Stephen Powell a bit sideways, he goes wide. It allows Craig Evans to lead Division 2. Now, who's got the leads? David Jenkins as they come into the hairpin for the first time. Jenkins from Steve Thomas, and Ryan Smith got shuffled back again. He went too wide, and look at Martin Gibson. He's gone off on the outside. The front of the truck completely obscured by mud. Oh, lovely slide. Stephen Powell, look at that. Well, 10 points out of 10 for style, but he might lose the lead here to Simon Cole. Or is he? Because they're coming into a left-hander next. Martin Gibson can't see where he's going. Stuart Oliver running wide there in the number 7. Who's going to be leading Division 2? Powell's held his lead ahead of Simon Cole with that beautiful slide through the hairpin. Talking of sliding, Craig Evans might have got a push there from Craig Reed through Palmer's Corner. as they start to sort themselves out. David Jenkins leads from Steve Thomas, Ryan Smith, Mark Taylor, Martin Gibson. I don't know how he can see where he's going. He ploughed wide into the farmer's field, I think they're on the outside of Rich's corner. As they sort themselves out in Division 2. Bradley Smith has dropped to the back of the pack in number 46, but it's David Jenkins who leads the way. Is he going to make it 2 inches? He's locked up there coming into Oggies briefly. Gets the truck stopped. It closed down by Steve Thomas, looking for his first win of his comeback season. Ryan Smith is up to third in the number 1 Mercedes, the 5 times champion. Martin Gibson is fourth. Then it's Mark Taylor, Stuart Oliver and John Newell. Stephen Powell, number 3, leads Division 2. Craig Reed's come through into second already. John Powell up into third. Stephen Powell driving in the style of the great Swede Kurt Göransson. He used to be permanently sideways. Craig Evans has had an off onto the grass there at Oggies. He drops to the rear of the pack. Have we lost Jock Borthwick again in there somewhere? No, there he is. The white Iveco is in there. So David Jenkins now being closed down by Ryan Smith, who's just got past Steve Thomas at Brundle's corner up into second. Jenkins sideways. Down towards the bomb hole. Fourth is Martin Gibson, fifth Mark Taylor, then Oliver, Newell, Stephen Powell, as sideways as he can get the MAN. Craig Reed is on his tail. I think Craig's going to make it a maximum score, which would almost certainly secure him the Division 2 title. Here comes Ryan Smith, he's having a look. David Jenkins won't give him room. They're big rivals, these two. Smith clips the back of Jenkins, he's on the grass, he's going to go across the inside of the corner. Look out, David Jenkins. Ryan Smith gets the lead, but he cut the corner there. Not that Jenkins gave him a lot of room. We said earlier there's a big rivalry between Smith and Jenkins, and they're at it again at the front of the field. I think Ryan Smith will give the lead back, and Jenkins leans him across towards the pit wall there. Martin Gibson's up into third place, but Ryan Smith, no, he doesn't give Jenkins the lead back. He's got the lead there down towards Riches, and the Mercedes into the lead. Well, that's an interesting incident. There's going to be a bit of controversy over that, I think. Because the way I saw it there, Smith went across the grass on the inside of Murray's corner and came out in the lead ahead of Jenkins, but Jenkins really didn't give him room on the entry. He had no chance but to go across the grass. David Jenkins will be fired up here. He'll be even more fired up in a minute because Martin Gibson's trying to go through for second place. Side by side, Gibson is through. Coming into Hamilton's there. Jenkins fights back. But Gibson's got second position. He's washed the mud off the front of his truck. A spin there, Mark Taylor's gone. He was 6th, but he won't be now. Now, don't get it bogged down in the grass. We don't want a red flag. John Newell's gone through into 6th place as a result of that, and Mark Taylor, I think, is going to have to let the Division 2 field through here. Yes, through they go. Taylor rejoins at the back. Craig Reed up the inside, coming out of Williams. He's going to take the lead in Division 2. The black and white flag goes out. It's come up on the timing screen. Truck 1 under investigation for incident at Murray's with truck 69. We saw what that was. So Ryan Smith is under investigation by the stewards. Oh, and a bit of contact there. That's the Powells. They go off. What can Martin Gibson do? Can he catch Ryan Smith? They're both going for their second wins of the weekend. Big lock-up. Ryan Smith's going off. He's gone straight on at the hairpin. Oh, I've been waiting for somebody to do that all weekend in these damp conditions, and Ryan Smith goes straight on. Now, has he bogged down? He doesn't want to get bogged down in the mud. He's getting going again. And Martin Gibson says, thank you very much, I'll take the lead. Oh, disaster for Ryan Smith. Now, Ryan Smith could take Steve Thomas here for fourth place, rather, in Division 1. Mercedes has caught the MAN. And David Jenkins has slowed a bit as well. So we've still got a fight going on for third. But it's going to be Martin Gibson, and I think he's going to come away from this weekend for the first time in his career leading the British Championship. Round Murray's for the final time. Stuart Oliver, his teammate and his mentor in second place. GT Tyres are going to take a 1-2 in our final race of the weekend. 2 wins for Martin Gibson this weekend. Second will go to Stuart Oliver. Now, who's going to be third? It's going to be David Jenkins. Now, who's going to take fourth? I think Ryan Smith has got ahead of Steve Thomas on the final corner there. Yes, he has. Jenkins will take third. Ryan Smith has to settle for fourth. Thomas fifth. and John Newell will take 6th. Meantime, Division 2, who would have predicted this? It's going to be a maximum. We don't see this very often. It's going to be 5 races, 5 wins this weekend for the man from Stoke, Craig Reed. And surely he's heading for the Division 2 Championship with form like this year. Craig Reed, 5 races, 5 wins. A perfect score for Craig Reed this weekend. Jock Borthwick makes up for a disappointing weekend with 2nd. Bradley Smith, another excellent result in 3rd. He's come of age this weekend. Next home, it should be Simon Cole in the Mercedes. Some better results for the team Hardman. And behind him, we have got Mark Taylor, the last finisher in Division 1. Next is John Powell, number 6. Then we've got Adam Bint. And next home, Stephen Powell, the reigning Division 2 champion. A disappointing weekend for him. Stephen Powell across the line. Craig Evans will be the final finisher. All 15 starters making it home that time. We'll give you the provisional results in a moment. Our final truck race of the weekend then sees victory for Martin Gibson, his 2nd win of the weekend ahead of Stuart Oliver, and Ryan Smith inherits 3rd place. David Jenkins given a 1-place penalty by the officials in that one down to 4th. Steve Thomas 5th ahead of John Newell, and Craig Reed completes a clean sweep in Division 2 in 7th place ahead of Jock Borthwick and Bradley Smith. Mark Taylor, after his early incident, raced his way back up to 11th place behind Simon Cole, and John Powell, Adam Bint, Stephen Powell and Craig Evans completed the finishers in our final truck race of the weekend.
Well, welcome to Parc Fermé here, just after the last race of the weekend here at Snetterton, and what a race it is. Conditions were terrible, a wet, slippery track saw these 2 GT teammates storming ahead in the first parts of the race. Let's go and talk to our first place driver, picking up quite a bit of mud, Martin Gibson. Absolutely fantastic performance out there. Well done. How'd you feel?
For some reason I'm muddy. I don't even know how.
How did you get muddy? Did you have your window shut, no?
I don't know. That was really good.
That was fantastic to watch. I mean, that move that we saw you do around Agostini to go the outside line to cut across using the momentum for the inside. Well, we remembered you doing it.
I don't even know what Agostini is, so I'll take your word for it.
This bendy bit here, when you went and then you come up that bit, you see, is with it now, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic. And teammate Stuart Oliver. Yeah, why aren't you muddy?
I didn't drive on the mud, it was everybody else.
What a finish to the day, gentlemen. I mean, that was some fantastic racing. All the drivers got round in one piece, which I think is phenomenal. I mean, what a great way to end the weekend.
It was what I wished for, to be honest. A bit of rain, a bit of mud, get it going.
And another trophy to take home. And Stuart, another great result for you, of course, in 2nd place. You know, coming from your previous weekend, it's great that you're back on track, and obviously you've still got it in you.
Just let me take my breath a second.
Okay, yeah. Do you want to sit down for a moment?
No, I was over the moon with that. You know, it was, that's as an old wise man would say, that sorts the men from the boys. You know what I mean? And there was no room for error in any way. You know, and as you saw what happened,
some errors were
behind.
made. Yeah.
You know, but it's. You know, it's good, it's great that, you know, but I've just looked at the long range weather forecast. Pembrey's going to pour down and Brands is going to pour down, so onwards and upwards.
We should be okay. Well, fantastic news. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Brilliant result for you all. Well, as you can see, spirits are very high here at Snetterton Circuit. What a great finish to the British Truck Racing Championship. I'm going to hand back to Dave now, and thank you very much for joining me down here in Parc Fermé.
Well, that's about all we have time for here at the Snetterton 300 circuit for this edition of Full Throttle. Some quite superb racing from the Lancaster Insurance MG Owners Club Championship, and some brilliant action as always from the British Truck Racing Championship too. At times 1 or 2 controversies, but some great entertainment as always from the big rigs. A thank you must go out to all the volunteer marshals. We couldn't go racing without the Orange Army, of course. Also all the other staff here at the Snetterton 300 circuits this weekend for making it possible. And the next edition of Full Throttle will also be here at Snetterton, where it's something quite different. The Classic Touring Car Racing Club, with racing from saloon cars of all shapes, sizes and ages. Certainly plenty to look forward to there. But until then, thank you very much indeed for watching. Bye for now.